the richest 1% in the world, investing is a survival skill. It is their core business. To the rest of us, investing is a side hustle. This mindset has been challenged on this particular series. If you're tired of living from hand to mouth, if you're tired of the rat race, I dare you to watch this series on why everyone must invest with purpose. Enjoy. Everybody has been wired by society and education that investing is about making a lot of money. The higher the return, the better the investment. That is how we've been wired, and that's why, we've had many seasons here. There's a season when everybody on a Saturday morning will be in their car and they're going to look for land or plots of land they buy, so that because the land price was appreciating very fast, and they would turn it over and make 100% return. We've had, Bitcoin is the biggest thing to invest, because it will go to $100,000. All that is fine. Now it has actually hit 100,000. We've had even seasons of other kinds of investment, like there was this bird. What do you call this bird? Quail, where people were investing in quail. Put quail. The eggs have this health benefits, and everybody went into quail business, and it became a problem. There was not much market for it. So the problem of people investing today in search for money and money only is that we end up being trendy. We end up doing what everybody else is doing, but none of the things that we are doing in the name of investing really sorts out our financial situation. We remain stagnant in our financial circumstances because we do not link investing with our lives. We do not link investing. We see investing as a hobby and a way of just growing riches, but we don't connect it to the fact that investing is a survival skill. Investing is something that we must do, first of all, to guard our families, and then to grow our families into a comfortable place where we can survive the turbulence of the operating environment that we operate in season after season. But the problem of seeing investing just purely as a way of making money is it's like going to war without a strategy. Let me give an analogy here. I started training my son, Emmanuel, to play chess when he was around 6 years old. And then I got to know of a coach who is very good with children, just coaching them on chess. And I asked him to onboard my son, Emmanuel. By the time he was 9 years old, I would rarely beat him in chess. So at 9 years old, he was consistently beating me in chess. 9-year-old beating a 40-something-year-old. I would apply all my intelligence, but he still has more tricks than me. Even today, out of 10 chess games that I play with my son, I will probably win one and he will win the rest. despite our age gap. And one would imagine, with my experience, with my intelligence, with my, I should comfortably be beating he's now 12, a 12-year-old. But that's not the case. So that tells you something. There are principles that if you follow when you're playing chess, when another is not following those principles, you will consistently beat them. Now, money is also a game. Money follows people who are following certain principles. And that's why there are people who are constantly attracting money to themselves, and there are people who are constantly chasing money without ever finding it. We are all in the same economy, but some are prospering and others are diminishing. So when people are just excited by return, they forget. When I'm playing chess with my son, I have noticed one of my pitfalls is I get excited to take away his pieces. But he understands one thing. When he checkmates my queen, my king, I'm done. So he can give me 3 pieces, but with those 3 pieces, he has cornered my king and I'm out of the game. Now, chasing return is like being excited about taking pieces off the chessboard and missing the ultimate game is really checkmating the king. Now, investing with purpose makes sure that your eyes are focused on the prize, which is the queen, which is the king. How do you put cash flows in your pocket that you can fund your lifestyle and do other things so that you get to do the things you love every single day of the year? Chasing return is like playing chess and being so excited about when you take the pawns of your opponent, but you forget that the real game is how you checkmate the king. So in the end of it all, I have never seen anybody who is just chasing return 100% win the game. They may make a lot of money today, but in next year they'll be in trouble. I've seen so many of my friends go into let's say, what do you call it, investing in Bitcoin, when Bitcoin was even $4,000. When Bitcoin went to 30, then came down, they could not take that ride. Why? Because they were chasing return, but they forgot that the long term, this is my purpose, this is my long-term goal. So if they had a long-term goal, they would have had the stamina to shrug off the turbulence in between and survive through the struggle, the ups and downs, and go for the main prize. So we need to, and this is the reason one of our biggest mission in the marketplace is to change the mindset of as many people as possible, to educate them that there are certain principles that they must follow for them to live a financially independent life. And the simplest and most intuitive way to setting your eyes to that target is investing with purpose. But as long as we are chasing returns, we'll always be victims of Ponzi schemes. We'll always be victims of taking unnecessary risks, where we are not adequately rewarded, and we'll always be victims of very huge losses in the course of investing. And majority of the people who follow that will always shy off from investing eventually because they'll be beaten so many times. It is almost certain they are gonna lose at the end of it.